Hello to children at Rowledge Primary School. And before we start with any more sums or tables, let's make sure we all have smiles on our faces. Okay? Before I prepare these videos for you, I have to decide what goodies to include. Today, I will put in some new items as well as one more multiplication table, the 11 times table. Let's start with something new, well, slightly new. First, however, you will need to have a printed copy of this video so that you can also read everything as well as having the questions on paper and space to write down your answers. Question 1. What is 10 more than 61? Number 2. What is 10 less than 61? Number 3. What is 3 more than 97? Next. What is 4 less than 94? And 5. What is 7 less than 17? Going on to fractions now. Which is greater, or are they the same? 1/2 or 2/4? Next, take away 1/4 from 1/2 and you're left with what? Next, what do 2 halves make? Next, what do 4/4 make? Next, if I cut an apple into 2 equal size pieces, what would each piece be called? And next, and if I cut that apple into 4 equal size pieces, what would each piece be called? 7. Write down 3 different numbers that add up to 10. 8. Write down 5 different numbers that add up to 100. Number 9. If it takes me 1 minute to run 100 meters, how long will it take me to run 500 meters? Next, I am now getting faster. I have run 500 meters in 2.5 minutes. At that speed, how long did it take me to run each 100 meters? Number 11. If you have 30 children in your class at school, how many hands have they? Number 12. Next, and how many hands and feet have they? Number 13. And if your class only had 25 children, how many hands have they? Next, how many hands and feet have they? Yes, some of the questions you have just been working on will have made you think hard. So very well done to those who managed all questions. Now, let's learn the 11 times multiplication table. Ready? 0 times 11 equals 0. 1 times 11 equals 11. 2 times 11 equals 22. 3 times 11 equals what? 4 times 11 equals 44. 5 times 11 equals 55. 6 times 11 equals 66. 7 times 11 equals 77. 8 times 11 equals 88. 9 times 11 equals what? 10 times 11 equals 110. 11 times 11 equals 121. And 12 times 11 equals 132. As you can see, at each level, the number goes up by 11. Starting at 11, then 22, then 33, then what? And so on. The 11 times table to 99 is easy. You then just need to remember that from 99 it goes on to 110, 121 and 132. So repeat this table over and over, each time trying to remember it. And after the 11 times table, which will be the what times table. Now, for a few tables questions. 10 times 10 equals what? 2 times 9 equals what? 5 times 5 equals what? 3 times 11 equals what? 8 times 6 equals what? 12 times 11 equals what? And 3 times 8 equals what? Please keep looking at and learning your multiplication tables. I am sure you can manage, and the better you become, the easier working with numbers will become. Think of maps and countries. If you open a map or an atlas so that you can read the names, will north be at the top or the bottom of the map? And the 4 main points of the compass are north, south, east, and what? Where does the sun rise in the morning? And where does it set at night? Think of west and east, but which one goes with rising and which one goes with setting? You remember, don't you, how many countries there are in the UK, the United Kingdom? And in which of those countries do we live? The name begins with an E. The names of the other 3 countries begin with W, S, and N-I. What are their names? You have worked hard today, so now, no more questions and just some information. Today it is easy and fast for aeroplanes to fly from one country to another. But think how much longer it would have taken ships a long time ago, before there were any aeroplanes. Several hundred years ago, it might have taken many months, perhaps half a year, or even longer, to sail from England to Australia, which is a country on the other side of the world. Some of those early ships were small, compared with the size of some of the large ships that can now be seen at sea. I wonder how many of you have been on a passenger ship, or perhaps sailing on a car ferry going from England to France. I liked sailing, and when younger, I had a small sailing boat, which my children and I enjoyed greatly. Later, I joined a sailing club, which had a boat that could sleep 10 people. And on that boat, we could sail far out to sea and to other countries, which we often did. I enjoyed sailing at night when there was a full moon and one could see so many twinkling stars in the sky above. Magical. That's all for today. Goodbye from Mr. B. Bye!